Hey guys, Summer here. Welcome back to the GXunited at Greensboro Downtown Yoga channel. If you're new to the channel, take a moment, hit that subscribe button below. We welcome you here for this lovely outdoor nature flow today. We're going to explore chest expansion and find ways to be grateful for all those little things in life. So grab your mat, maybe a dog leash or some type of strap that you can use, and let's flow. Hands come to heart center. For a moment, appreciate this spot. Stand tall. With our eyes shut, acknowledge all that's around us. At your pace, find your way to a forward fold. We just hang over our legs. And sway side to side with that. Acknowledging our body for all that it does for us on a daily basis. Knowing the tensions that it holds on to. Being grateful that we can move like this. Let's bend both knees. Bring your right hand to the floor. Now, you might be really tight and you want to grab something like your water bottle. I wanted to show you how to do this with all household equipment today. Water bottle, and we lift and look up to the sky. You're gonna bend now just your right knee, the hand that's on the ground, and look up. Because I'm here and it feels lovely, I'm gonna stay right here. Inhale, come to center. Let's bend the other knee and stretch over. So think about someone pressing on your hand at the top, trying to reach that spine or that hand so that you rotate your spine. Come back to center, fold over your legs. Make your way to the floor. We're going to extend our right leg. Our left leg is tucked inside. Big deep inhale, lift our arms up. Exhales, we take our right hand to the inside of our leg and our left hand reaches towards those toes. I mean, there are those of you who are probably like, Summer, why can you not reach your toes? I'm very tight through this side body right here. And so I wave high at my toes. You might be reaching them, or you might be up here with me. Let's take your hand that's on the ground and press it in and get a little bit more rotation. Did you see how I just did that? By pressing my hand into the floor, I got just a little bit more spinal rotation. And so I can get a little deeper when I do that. In this class today, I really wanted us to find these expansions in our side body and through our shoulders and chest, which oftentimes gets so neglected and forgotten about. Even myself, I find that I'll oftentimes do a lot of leg things and stretches and forget to take advantage of the hips or the side body. Let's bring our hand behind us and we're gonna open up and sweep. And then, case in point, you end up with a tight side body like I have. So right here, what I'm doing, press the hips forward. Arm is reached back. It's this lovely little spiral rotation. Come back down. You're gonna take and switch sides. All right, so we start off with that hips squared. Lift up as tall as you can as you just bring the arm into the inside of the leg. And I like that nature or that element of first starting with just your hand on the ground. Just kind of be where you're at. Then take your hand, flip it over, press down, and get this line of energy. But if you do that, make sure your shoulder doesn't become part of your ear. You're just feeling that press back of your hip and the spiral through your mid-body. Big deep inhale, let's sit up. Make that lovely little spiral. I think this is such a great feeling into the hips, into the back. It's just a moment to kind of have some fun. Come back down. Let's bring the bottoms of your feet together. Now, this is a place where I have been fortunate since I was a child that my knees can come pretty low, right here, right? You might find that your hips don't allow that and your knees are much higher up here. If you wanted to stack something underneath your legs to help support you, that would be fine. But we're gonna sit tall. Then we're gonna rotate over towards your right leg and start to walk yourself out. And this is about as far as I can go before I would have to round my back. I wanna stay lifted. And it's about this spiral. Come back to center. Change. You might do this with other legs. I like this kind of position right here as an opportunity to also open our hips. But if it's really not comfortable for you, cross-legged or do something else. We're gonna go to the other side. So think press and lift and then walk over. And these moments of stillness, just like we were embracing possibly stillness in the sounds, this stillness in our body is a moment to just kind of go inside. Not to drift away into an external to-do list, but to appreciate your body for what it gives you today, yesterday, tomorrow, and always. Come back to center. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. Again, maybe this isn't a comfortable position, and this bottom leg can be outreached and is beautiful. Okay. Now, with this one, the tricky things I want you to think about is your hips right here and where this knee is placed if you're underneath. You actually want to bring this knee a little bit more center line so that your sits bones are both on the floor. And that's something actually I just recently kind of have adjusted in my practice. I always used to do it like this, and my hip bone was up off the ground, and I'm like, look, I can do this all day. But I wasn't really feeling anything, I realized. So I've been involved in this 500-hour training, yoga training, and they talk a lot about like hip placement. And this was a life changer for me. So knee is kind of, for me, has to be there in the center. This foot's on the floor. And I think about pressing down with this hip as I take my hand behind me and press down. And now I feel this lovely stretch on the side of my leg and on the side of my body. So we think sits bones down, pull back your left hip, or your right hip, excuse me. Pull that hip back, and then you're as tall as you can. We look over our top shoulder. Come back to center. I hope you made a small shift there on that made a difference for you. We're gonna stack our feet. Now you might have the flexibility to be kind of crossed here where knee and ankle touch. I have a really bad ankle and that doesn't feel good for me. So I like it right here. We're gonna sit super tall. Place your right hand on the floor, left arm comes up. We did this in the very beginning of class, right? But now with our legs right here, you might feel a little different sensation. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale as your elbow tries to reach for the floor, but your sits bones on that opposite side, they keep reaching to the ground. So you don't become here in this little teeter-totter bowl. You reach and rotate and look under your arm. So my arm, you notice, is not on the ground, and that's okay. Reach up. Let's do the other side. So start off with our left leg underneath, our right leg on top. We cross. Now again, is your sits bone lifted off the ground right here? Check it. If so, you might need to adjust that knee position a little bit. Or maybe it's better for you to have that leg extended. This is the same side I just did. It is. We're going to do the other side. There we go. It's like, that side felt the same. Okay, here we are. So sits bones both on the ground. Hook our leg. Sit up super tall. Remember, you want to think pull back with this hip that's below, right? So this left hip for you is pulling back while you press down with your left hand. So we feel this. Did you notice how I just got taller? Do the sound effect. It really does impact it. So I went. Activate energy into this foot that's on the ground and press the other one into the ground. Notice how that energy through your feet makes an impact as well. Come back to center. Lovely side body stretch. Take your legs again. It's this kind of cross leg. Now maybe here is better for you. I give you so many options because let's be real, all of our bodies are different. Your body is not the same as mine. Mine's not the same as yours. We all are different. And I think that that's such an important part of remembering a good flow. Let's bring our hand down. Cross over. Reach your forearm down to the ground. Notice how I'm tighter on this side? Yeah, it's okay. Maybe you're not paying any attention to me, and that's good. You're paying attention to you. Notice if this side is tighter or more open. Don't judge it, just be with it. Open through. Press your hand that's on the ground down so you can rotate and spiral just a little more. Bring ourselves back up. Lovely. Bring your feet forward. You're going to grab that strap or leash that you have, or towel, and roll down to our back. Take the strap and place it around the bottom of your right foot, and let's lengthen our leg high to the sky. So this is a little bit extra bonus into our hamstring. We've been focusing so much on our side body and chest, but I love this moment right here. Most important is how straight is this knee. So if you're noticing that your knee is really bent in order to get the leg closer to you, find it straighter and take it further away, okay? You know, I was blessed with more open hamstrings and hips, but you saw my side body. So we all have something. Extend your bottom leg. Take your strap into your left hand and cross your body with. To see the bellflowers more than anything. I wish for the rocks and the trees to bend to their knees for the bones that. As you bring the leg back up, because it feels so lovely, take the leg out and open to the side. Here you want to keep both hips down on the ground. Bring our leg back up. Bend your knee, take the strap off the bottom of that foot, and let's do the other leg. So we start with our leg straight and press in. I like having my other leg bent on the floor. It keeps my hips stable, and it's just a nice reminder for me to have that squaring in my hips. You might like it straight. You do you. That in her green garden, she'll keep his grave close. Take the strap into your right hand, cross the body. Look over your shoulder. Maybe your eyes are shut, and all you're enjoying is the sensation of stretch. And you are completely here in this moment. Notice how your body is feeling. I hear a lovely bird. What do you hear? Bring our leg back up. Open out to the side. Here, keep both hips on the ground. Open their cruel hearts beneath the bellflowers. Leg back to center. Bend your knee, take the strap off. You're gonna finish. Hug your knees into your chest. And then allow your knees to fall to one side. Really doesn't matter which one. Look over your shoulder and just feel that again, side body stretch. Those ribs start to open. Breathe into it. Come back to center. Go to the other side. Your feet, bottoms of your feet come together. Your knees fall open to the side. And just stay right here. Supta Baddha Konasana is such a nice open place. Allow your legs to extend, eyes shut, and let's find our final Shavasana. Shavasana is oftentimes considered one of the hardest poses in yoga. And it's hard because it asks us to be still. Instead of forcing yourself into an uncomfortable place, today I want you to be okay if your mind wanders. Holding space and holding a space for yourself in mindful movement practices isn't always about silence or stillness. Sometimes it's about being open to hearing the hustle and bustle, the craziness around you, or to embracing what the moment in time is. The idea of a moving meditation or a mindful movement practice is what we just did. where there were times throughout where I just asked you to go within. So if you find that Shavasana or traditional meditation is just too much, be okay doing a mindful movement practice instead. Feel as if a beam of sunlight is covering your body. It's sending energy and it radiates through you to your limbs as you reach and stretch long. Find movement in your fingers and your toes. Roll to your right side. Push yourself to seated. We finish here just like we began. Hopefully a little more present, a little more stretched, and a little more mindful. Take this feeling with you as you go through the rest of your day and into the rest of your week. Share gratitude, share mindfulness, and share peace with all those you encounter. Until next time, I'm Summer. Bye. Thank you so much for experiencing this nature flow with me today. If you want to check out the full flow, make sure to head over to GXunited.tv and experience the full class, or know that there are other short little classes here available for you on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and the bell so you know anytime we add new content. Thanks, guys. Bye.